Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss second unit in our syllabus. Second unit in our syllabus. What are the topics in our second unit syllabus? The contents in the second unit syllabus are these are the contents, classes and objects, and constructors and destructors. Mainly two topics: class, object, constructor and destructor. Then how to define classes in C++, how to declaring objects, how to access members of the class. So then how many ways to define various types of variables, those are called access specifiers. Then how to define member functions, then how to overload member functions, nested classes, constructors and destructors, characteristics of constructor and destructor, application with constructor, constructor with argument parameterized constructor, destructors and anonymous objects. So these are the topics in the second unit syllabus. So then how to create a class? Then simply what is a class? Before going to create a class, then what is a class? Already I thought class is nothing but collection of members and member functions. Class is nothing but collection of members and member functions. Already I thought. In object oriented programming encapsulates data and functions. In object oriented programming encapsulates data and functions into a package called classes. Into a single unit is called package. Is called classes. Is called classes. A single unit here encapsulates combine data and functions into a single unit is known as encapsulation. Clear all of you? Then the class combines data and members, data and methods for manipulating that data into one package. Manipulating that data into one package. An object is said to be an instance of a class. A class is a way to bind the data and its associated functions together. It allows the data to be hidden from external use. When defining a class, we are creating a new abstract data type that can be treated like any other built-in data type. Clear? Generally, a class specification has two parts. A class specification has how many parts? Two parts. The first one is known as class declaration and the second one is known as class function definitions. Class function definitions. So the class declaration describes the type and scope of its members. The type and scope of its members. Members. Simply class is a collection of members and member functions. A class specification has two parts. The first one is class declaration and the second one is class function definitions. In the class declaration describes the type and scope of its members. The type and scope of its members. Clear? The class function definitions describe how the class functions are implemented. The general form of a class declaration is here class name, begin, private, your variable declarations, function declarations, public, variable declarations, and function declarations, then class close and semicolon. That is the end of the class. Semicolon means end of the class. All of you. This is the general form of a class declaration. Clear? In the class declaration is similar to structure declaration in C language. Clear? In C++, class is same as structure in C language. The keyword class is the keyword class is used to declare a class. The body of a class is enclosed within braces. The body of the class is enclosed within braces. This one, first one, begin and close braces. So, braces and terminated by a semicolon. The class is terminated by a semicolon. Okay, last one, here semicolon. Clear? Then the class is, the body of class is enclosed within braces and terminated by a semicolon. Clear, all of you? The class body contains the declaration of variables and functions. The declaration of variables and functions. These are the variables and these are the functions. Here these are the variables and these are the functions. The class body contains the declaration of variables and functions. Clear, all of you? These functions and variables are collectively called members. These functions and variables are collectively called members. Clear? Here the class is nothing but a collection of members and member functions. They are usually grouped under two sections. That is your private and public. To denote which members are private and which are public members. Clear, all of you? To denote which members are private, which members are public. These keywords are known as, what are the keywords? Private and public keywords are known as visibility labels or visibility access specifier, visibility modes or visibility access specifiers, visibility labels or visibility modes or access specifiers. Okay, clear? Then here private and public. Clear? These two keywords are known as visibility labels. The members that have been declared as private can be accessed only from within the class. On the other hand, public members can be accessed from outside the class also. Clear? The members that have been declared as private can be accessed only from within the class. So here, what are the members defined in private access specifier? We can access inside the class only. On the other hand, the public members can be accessed from outside the class also. Clear? The data hiding is key feature of object-oriented programming language. The data hiding is the main important concept in the object-oriented programming language. By default, the members are private. The variables declared inside the class are known as data members, and the member functions are known as member functions. Inside the class are known as data members, and the functions. The functions are also known as data member functions. Member functions. Only the member functions can have access to the private members and functions. Only the member functions can have access to the private members and functions. However, the public members can be accessed from outside the class. Clear? The private functions or private members we can access inside the class only. Then the public members or member functions we can access outside the class also. The binding of data and functions together into a single class type variable is referred to as encapsulation. What is an encapsulation? The binding of data and functions together into a single class. Class type variable is referred to as encapsulation. That is called object, class type object creation. Okay, binding of data and member functions together into a single class type variable is referred to as encapsulation. Clear all of you? So this is the class declaration, the general form of the class. All of you, this is the general form of the class. Your class name, your private variables and functions, then public variables and functions. Okay, this is the general syntax of the class. Clear? Next one, this is an example, simple class example. Clear? So this is a typical class declaration would look like. Okay. Then here simply class item. Then there is a keyword class item is a user defined name, integer number. Here number is a variable of integer data type. It occupies 4 bytes memory in our C++. Then public void get data. Then there are 2 arguments. Clear? This is a return type void. Then get data is a user defined function name. Then these 2 are the arguments of this function. Then class close. How identify class is closed or not? Is class is closed or not? How to identify? Then there is a semicolon. So each statement in C++ should end with semicolon, and also class end with semicolon. Clear all of you? Okay. Then here how can we declare objects to a class? How can we declare objects to a class? So simply, once a class has been declared, we can create variables of that type by using the class name. For example, here item X. This is the item. What is an item? Item is a class name, all of you. So in this example, this is a class item. Item is a class name. Then how to create an object? How to create an object? Simply class name and variable name. Here class name item X. X is a variable. Clear all of you? Here item is a class name. Okay. Then X is a variable. So once a class has been declared, we can create variables of that type by using the class name. So for example, here item X. So memory for X is creates a variable X of type item. Clear? type item. Item means type class type. Type class type. In C++, the class variables are known as objects. In C++, the class variables are known as objects. So one more definition. The instance of a class is known as object. The variable of a class is known as object. Clear? The variable of a class is known as object, or the instance of the class is known as object. Therefore, here in this example, X is called an object of type item. X is called an object the type item. Clear? Then it is also same as int x, float y, character m, then double some abc, like that. Here item is a class type data type. Then x is a variable or instance of the class or object of the class. Here now x occupies the total members in the class, how much memory is occupies, then the x is occupied that much memory. Clear, all of you? Then in C++, the class variables are known as objects. Therefore, x is called an object of type item. We may also declare more than one object in one statement. Here example statement. So simply example. So simple example, item x comma y comma some asterisk z semicolon. So in C++, the class variables are known as objects. Therefore x is called an object of type item. We may also declare more than one object. In one statement. Example, item x comma y comma z. Then these three are the objects of item class. Clear? So x occupies, y occupies, z occupies equal memories. Okay, clear? So then the declaration of an object is similar to that of a variable of any basic type. The necessary memory space is allocated to an object at this stage. Clear, all of you? The declaration of an object is similar to that of a variable of any basic type. The necessary memory space is allocated to an object at this stage. All of you. Note that class specification provides only a template and does not create any memory space for the objects. Clear? So the class depends on the template that is already predefined in our C++ software. Clear? Then the next one is, how can we access the class members? In the object-oriented programming language, the object can access the public class members to a class by using dot operator or arrow operator. The syntax is as follows. The syntax here: object name of the object, operator and member name. All of you clear? Then here simply object name then obj or x here dot member name. Clear all of you? So simply then here simply object name operator, here object name operator, then the next one is member name. Here simply already we discussed more programs and control structures. I gave more examples. Okay, then how to call the member function, for example, then arithmetic operation program we did. Okay, simply here all of you. So obj dot get data, obj dot display, last class examples. Then here also this is an object name, this is an operator that is called dot operator. Don't take another operators. Okay, dot operator or arrow operator. While using pointers we should use arrow operator. Without using pointers we should use dot operator. Clear all of you? Don't use other operators while calling members and member functions of the class. Clear? So then, so next one is member name of the member. So item x comma y comma asterisk z, these two are the general objects, and asterisk z is a pointer object. Okay, it is a pointer object. Pointer variable is a variable which holds the address of the another variable. That is the definition of pointer. Good. Here object name, operator, member name. Clear? Example here item x, that is the syntax of the creation of an object. Clear? Item x, then simply x dot get data, x dot get data, x dot get data. Here object name. What is an object in this class? What is an object in this class? Item x. Item is a class name where x is an object of the item class. Then x dot get data. Here how to access members of the class. Here simply object name, operator, and member name. This is the general syntax of how we can access the class members. Then object name operator, where x is an object, then dot is an operator, and get data Clear all of you? Object name, operator, member name, item, x is a, where x is an object of the item class, x dot get data, where x is an object, dot is an operator, then get data is a member name. Clear all of you? Then okay, so this is an example creating an object and how creating more objects with single class, and how to access the members or member functions of the class. Clear all of you? X dot get data, that is a calling method. Clear? Calling method. Then the next one, while using pointers, for example here z arrow operator, then for example show. So this is another example using pointers, while using pointers. So then arrow mark, then hyphen arrow mark. So that is the how to access members in C++. The first one is dot operator, second one is arrow mark operator. Hyphen greater than. Clear all of you? Then okay, I will give small example. So then give demo. So hash include io stream dot h, then void class, for example class some item, then begin, then the next one is so integer number, for example float price, okay. Then here public follows colon operator. Why? This is an access specifier. After access, how many keywords are there? Access specifiers are there? 3. Private, public, protected. Okay, clear? So then the next one is void get data, then void get, simply, then begin, here cout, enter number, cin, no, cout, enter price, enter price, cin price, semicolon, function close, void display, then the next one is begin, cout, number equal to, quotation close, no, cout, endl, next one number equal to, next one price equal to, price, semicolon, this function close, last one is class close, then semicolon. Clear? So this is a general example program. How to define members and member functions in the class. Here integer number, float price, these two are the arguments. So what is an access specifier? I didn't use any access specifier. Then simply integer number and float price, these are the members of this class. Access visibility is, or access label is private. So why these are called private? I didn't mention. But the default is private. Whether you will mention or not, it will take privately. Clear? Then if you want to define public, you should define public. Otherwise, it will not take. Then you want to access protectedly, you should define protected keyword. Okay, we should use protected keyword. Clear, all of you? Then here public void get data, then here simply cin void get data. This is a method, this method is used to read number and price. Clear? Then here get data, cout enter number, read number, cout enter type, cin price. Clear? Then we want to read two members of this class. I define two members only. Then here void display number and price. Clear? Here number means your quantity, number of items, then price. Okay, this is the general example program, C++. Then I want to read numbers. Before going to read numbers, we should define main function, void main function. Then the next one is begin. Here simply I want to create an object. How to create an object? Already we discussed. Simply how to create class name and object name, item x semicolon. Here x dot, how to access the member functions and members of the class. How to access? Already I gave syntax. Object name, operator, then the next one is member function name. Clear? Object dot x dot get data, x dot get data. Then the next one is x dot display, x dot display, x dot display. Clear? Then the next one is main function close. Okay, main function close. This is the general clear screen method. Okay, clear screen method. So I want to define another prototype. Hash include hash include conio dot h. Hash include conio. I want to compile. How many errors are there? How many errors? 2 errors. 4 errors simply. Then here declaration termination incorrectly. Here Alt CC. What type of error occurs? Declaration missing. In line number 6, declaration missing. Simply put semicolon. Again compile. How many errors are there? Only 1 error. Void display. Don't put semicolon after function definitions. Clear? All of you. That is 1 error. How many errors are now? No errors. How many warnings are now? No warnings. Simply ready to execute. Control F9. Enter number 456. Then the next one, enterprise 143. Our number 5678. Then this is the output. Clear all of you? Simply how to access members and member functions in the next one. I didn't use get data method. I didn't use get data method and display method. Then simply I want to define I want to define. So here, then here class close, then I should define publicly. Public semicolon, here simply integer float. Okay, clear. Here public integer number, float price. Clear. Then class close with semicolon. So then I want to access these two numbers outside of the class. Then I want to access directly without using member functions. Item x, here item x dot number equal to x dot n number equal to, for example, 143. Then the next one, x dot price. X dot price equal to 12,000. Okay, clear. Then so I didn't define any. Come here. I didn't define any get to read display methods. Then I want to assign directly to the object member. Here x dot no equal to 143. That is assigned into x class number field. Clear? Then x dot price equal to 12,000. Okay, clear. X dot price equal to 12,000. Then get ch. Okay. Main function, clear screen, item x dot number, x dot price. I want to display same member values. Here see out simply endl. Again see out number equal to quotation close NO. Next one, see out, price equal to quotation close here double less than price semicolon, then gets H, main function close. All of you, can I compile? Let me compile this program. Alt CC. How many errors are there? 2 errors. How many warnings are there? 2 warnings. Why? So using assignment operator or to display, we should use object variable name dot. So object variable name dot. Clear? Here simply object is x dot a, no. Then here x dot price. Clear? How many errors? 0 errors. How many warnings? 0 warnings. Then control F9 for run a program. Then what is an output? Your number equal to 143, price equal to 12,000. So in this way, so we are connecting or we are assigning values to the members of the class without using any calling function. We can assign all the values, clear, directly. For example, then this is a class. I didn't mention any method. Simple, I mentioned only variables. Clear? Then here clear screen, item x, where x is a variable of the class, that is called instance of the class, that is also called object of the class. Clear? So then this is an object x dot item x. Item is a class name where x is an object of the item x class. X dot no equal to 143. X dot price equal to 12,000. Then cout endl, cout number equal to x dot no, cout price equal to x dot price. Clear? Then the class members, how we can access specifier directly. Clear, all of you? This is the general example program for using class, how to create a class, then how to access the member functions of the class. Clear? This is the general example program. Tomorrow we will discuss, tomorrow class means Monday class, we will discuss access specifiers. This is the most important one. They may be asked 4 marks question or 6 marks question. Write and explain access specifiers in C++. So then those are called, first one is how many? 3. First one public, second one is private, and fourth one is protected. Tomorrow we will discuss objects, operator, then etc. Clear? All of you? So then tomorrow don't miss. Okay. Then tomorrow we will start access specifiers or visibility modes or visibilities. Okay. Then examples. Then we will learn. Clear? Okay. Bye.